Hi! I just recorded a video where I did a short guided meditation to help relaxing and refocusing within 3 minutes. And interesting thing is that during that meditation, although I was guiding the listener to it, I got some inspiration for this video. And what I came to realize is all the questions and all the comments that I've heard about meditating, and also all the things I've thought and all the things I've felt about meditating. And that was interesting because back in 2005, when I followed a course for yoga and meditation, I really disliked yoga. I was instructed to go into impossible positions, and yeah, you cannot just start with that. So I guess I didn't have the best teacher for that. And I also learned during that course different ways of meditating. And yeah, the long ones I really disliked because I would fall asleep, or it was hurtful to stay in a certain position for an hour or two. And the short ones were the ones I liked. So those are the ones I practiced. Then, many years later, I discovered chanting through Nichiren Buddhism group. My mentor was doing that and he's still doing that, and he invited me once, and it was interesting. And also there I realized a few things which are very similar to the meditation, because chanting and meditation, yeah, they're connected. And I've been observing how people do these things and what their goals are, what their intentions are, and the way they do it. And I believe the success of meditation, chanting, even having a good conversation with a friend or conversation with yourself, the success of it depends on your intentions and how you put your intentions and where they come from. If it comes from the mind, it will not work. If it comes from the heart, that's when you are on the path of making things work. You may still have problems in implementing things, but when it comes from the heart, then that is what you really want deep inside. And when you really want something, you start to see possibilities and things become really doable. For example, I've seen people chanting and they had these papers on which they were putting a cross every time they did 100 or 1,000 chants. And then they were believing that if they would chant this one sentence 15,000 times, something like that, then things would come through. And I was like, I believe you're missing the point here. It's not about how many times you chant it. It's not a brainwash what you're doing. Chanting is a way of meditating, is a way of finding inner peace while having a goal in front of you. With meditation it's the same. If you sit down and meditate in a very forced way, like I need to focus on my breathing and only think about my breathing and think about nothing else, and I breathe in and then I stop and then I breathe out and then you only focus on how the air is going and do that for a few hours or even more, then you'll be nothing. I'm sorry, you'll be totally nothing. It's not about the boat, it's about the destination. It's like when you sell a product. People are not interested in the boat, they're interested in the destination. It's about what you feel, it's about how your life is going to change or not. But you do often these things because you want to change something in your life. You want to be more relaxed, you want to be more successful, you want to resolve certain problems. But at the end, everything comes to one thing. We want to be happy. Nothing else. And quite frankly, why do you care how you're going to be happy? How you're going to get there? People focus so much on the how instead of the what. Most people think if they have a great job, they'll be happy. Okay, then they have this. No, actually, not even a great job. When you describe great job, it means they are the CEO, or at least they make a few promotions, and then they have much more money, and then they'll be happy. I discovered that I became more happy when I started earning less money at a certain point. I started earning 30% less money, but I had 50% more free time. And was still earning enough to live and to do the things I wanted to do. And no, I was not having a big expensive car and a very big expensive home. Because that's not what you need to be happy. That's just what the marketing companies are telling you, because companies want to sell you some bullshit. Stuff you don't need. If you want to go from A to B, you need a way of getting there. A super expensive car will not change that fact that you will get from A to B in a certain time. Because, oh yeah, there are traffic jams in the city, so why having a Lamborghini in a city like Amsterdam or Bucharest? I've lived in both of them. In Amsterdam you have all these bumps on the road that slow you down, and with your Lamborghini you may hear like when you go on one of them, or when you get out of it. And in Bucharest you may hear boom, because oh yeah, there's a hole again. Because some roads there are more holes than concrete, and you're like, why is there some asphalt here? Shit, it would have been better if it was just one sand road, not just a piece of asphalt that was still there, 20 centimeters higher than the rest. No, seriously. If you want to be happy, focus on what's inside. And meditation can help. And not that super complicated way of meditating that many people describe. Yeah, if you want to be a monk, a Buddhist monk, fine. That's choice. It's not what most people need in the daily life. But what we need is to be happy, to feel inner peace. And that you can get through very simple meditation. And maybe you should take out the word meditation and just say, I sit with my eyes closed, and I simply let things happen. And I suggest you try it for a moment. Just sit down very peacefully. Do a few times some intense breathing exercises just to help relax, to empty a little bit your head. And then just let things cross your mind. It's fine if they're there. Just don't hook on to everything, to all the thoughts, and don't try to solve your problems. Let the thoughts pass. Just observe them. And when there's one that really sticks with you, then you look at it, you observe it. But the thought is not you. You are not the thought, so you can look at the thought. And maybe you can feel where it's coming from. What is the feeling behind it? And where does that feeling has its roots? And it could be happiness, and then you just enjoy the happiness. You could look why you're happy. I had that in the past few days, that I just out of nothing I started to feel so happy, so grateful. So I was like, okay, where is this coming from? Because nothing very special just happened. Yes, my girlfriend and I, we had a nice meal. It was not a very special super meal or so. It was just a normal meal, healthy, tasty. But I really was happy about it. And then when going to sleep I was happy again, and yeah, yesterday was Sunday. What did I do? Not much. I had a peaceful day. Walked the dog, slept a lot, and relaxed. Oh, I did some laundry. But that was basically it. And I didn't watch some detective series or so, which often are about death, criminality, and all kind of dark stuff. Most what you see on TV is dark. Or people trying to sell you some fake happiness. So I went a little bit deeper to discover, okay, where's this happiness coming from? And then I discovered that in my heart there's just a very big ball of energy that we call happiness and gratefulness. I have everything I need today. And looking back in my life, every single day of my life I had exactly what I needed on that moment. But I was not always happy. Far from it. I had many years where I was very unhappy, where I was depressed, where I even thought about committing suicide. During my teens, why? Because I was searching for happiness outside of me. And you will not find happiness. There is no shelf in no store where you will find a box full of happiness. Nothing. Happiness can only come from within, in here. Once you realize that, your life changes. Your life completely changes. You will stop chasing objects. You will stop chasing situations. You will stop chasing people. And of course, you will stop chasing money. Yes, money is definitely the last thing that will make you happy. And then a lot of people say, yeah, blah, blah, but you need money. Okay, I'm not interested in your but. Money is an energy. That's why in many languages say money has to flow. And you see it in the economy. When there is crisis, it's often because suddenly money stops flowing. And most of the people that I know who are really wealthy are very unhappy. Some of them are really depressed and they have all the money you can imagine. They have all the objects you can imagine. Some of them even have multiple houses, multiple cars, and each of them fully loaded with all kind of stuff. The most expensive and the most unique, and with gold, plated in gold, and I mean, crazy stuff. Each and every one of them could feed easily 50 to 100 families and help those get out of the misery. They're not doing that. No, they're having all that wealth. No, I would not say wealth. It's not wealth, it's money. All that money and possessions, and they're really sad. These are even people who are famous. So they have people admiring them. Still, not enough. It's the wrong thing to look for. It's the wrong area to look into. Happiness comes from within. When you accept who you are in the first place, you start to appreciate yourself and love yourself, you won't need anyone's approval anymore to be happy. You won't need any products to be happy. Because happiness is within you. Peace is within you. Nelson Mandela is a great example. He was in prison for 20 or 30 years. And he never lost the sparkle within him. And he came out a peaceful man. He didn't come out and the first thing he did was grabbing a gun and starting shooting people. No. He came out and he started by forgiving people and looking for ways to cohabit and to make peace through togetherness. It's also not important what kind of job you have. A friend of mine told me yesterday a story. It was not the first time he told me that, but he reminded me of that story. There was this young guy got in trouble, and then the father of my friend helped him out to find a job somewhere. I think cleaning company or something. And then my friend and his father were sitting on a terrace somewhere having a drink, and the guy walked by, and so they greeted each other, and the father asked, "Yo, how are you?" "Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I have everything I need. I make enough to pay my bills, to eat, to do what I like. It's fine. It's not much, but it's enough. I'm happy. But still, there's one thing bugging me. What is it?" And my friends are laughing at me. And then the father asked him to take $1 out of his wallet and put it on the table. And then he himself also took $1 out of his wallet, put it next to it. And he said, "Do you see a difference? Is there written on one of them cleaning, and on the other CEO, whatever?" No. It's the same dollar. Does it really matter what kind of job you have? If you enjoy what you're doing and it's giving you what you need, then it doesn't. I myself was looking for status and approval from certain people. So being a manager at Vodafone was like, wow, cool. I have 20 plus employees, I'm responsible for 3 different stores at a certain point, but I was not happy. No, I was miserable. I was making quite some money, but I didn't have time to spend it, or wouldn't known what to spend it, because I had no energy left going home, or even on holiday I would get sick, because then all the stress would come out. And once I quit that job and I found a simpler job where I was for a few months doing collections, I was earning 30% less, and yeah, I was just a collection agent, nothing managerial in there. So my status was basically 0. But I became so much more happy, because at the end of the day I had enough to do what I wanted to do, and I had energy to do what I wanted to do, and I didn't have all that stress from all the responsibilities from all these employees and all their problems that they would dump on my plate. And I didn't have to solve all the problems when people would get sick and you need replacement, and I mean, no, I was just doing something. I even enjoyed doing it, and that was it. And I also had a few years which were financially difficult, when I lost my job in a company where I really was earning very well and having lots of fun, and this company was bought by a German company, and then at the end it was some tax fraud by some rich people who wanted to make quick money, so they blew up the company and everyone was on the street. And of course that depressed me at the beginning, but then after some time I found inner peace. Oh yeah, I also lost my girlfriend after that, and because one of the reasons was that the status went away, and for her it was very important. I mean, she even lied to her parents about me being an engineer, having a diploma of engineering and whatever. I don't know what she exactly told them. I don't have it. I never needed it, really. I'm a self-made man. I did secondary school, and then I went working, and I learned a lot from great people. And that's how I grew, and I got lots and lots of responsibilities. So yeah. So 2011, 2012, a lot changed in my life. But I found happiness then. Inside me. I realized I didn't need a girlfriend to be happy. I didn't need a job to be happy. I didn't need lots of money to be happy. I just needed my internal peace to be happy. And that's also how I got through the financial difficulties, because of course if you're not earning money and the unemployment fee is very low or even ending at a certain point, yeah, you have to pay your bills, and then you cannot pay on time, and then companies start calling you and start shouting at you and threatening you. So what do? Well, if you stress, then you just screw up everything, and before you know it, you lose your house and you're on the street. Obviously I didn't do that, because I found my inner peace. So I would stay calm, not waste energy on stressing, and if there was one of those moments where I could not pay the bill, I would not even wait for the company to call me. I would call the company peacefully and tell them like, hey, this is the situation and I'm still looking for a job, and I know there's money coming in, and okay, so I will not be able to pay today, but in 10 days from now I will be able to pay, or partially pay, and that's it. And if they would, yeah, it's unacceptable. Okay, well, okay, but I have nothing, so You can come and kill me, but you still have nothing. So better wait 10 days and you'll get something. And we're like, okay, I will check with my supervisor, and then I would put you on hold, and then come back and like, okay, we'll make this exception, but you really have to pay. And then, okay, I'll do that. And yeah, that's how I got through it, without any problem. Yes, without any problem. The threat stopped. The people knew on the other side of the line, like, okay, yeah, he's calling, okay, he will be late, but you do pay when you say that you will pay, and we're happy that we don't need to chase you, so it's fine. And yeah. And that was only possible because I found the peace inside. And yeah, it helped that I had a very good mentor and a few good friends. And I'm not talking about friends who are giving me a lot of money and stuff. Yeah, one friend borrowed me money and I paid it back. But it were the friends who were really there for me and who loved me for who I am, who just accepted me the way I am. With or without status, with or without job, rich or poor. They didn't care, they just liked me. And all those who didn't accept me the way I was, I just kicked them out of my life. Very simple. And I know that can be tough to do. But hey, it creates space. Space for new people. People who will be there just because you are you. And not because of what you're wearing or your bank account or the kind of car you're driving, the kind of house you live in. Not even the kind of political party you vote on. So, to come back to why I have been telling you all this and meditation, because like I said, the standard way of meditating I didn't like. I didn't have the patience for it, and it didn't work for me. But I have seen that the method that I developed, many other people also developed. And it's very logical. The method is, like I said, just relax and let things happen. And then you will feel what's going on inside you. And you can feel where the things are coming from and why you feel that way. That's how you really resolve your issues. And sometimes you may need help and guidance in that. So, if you can find a good mentor, it would be great. It doesn't mean that you have to do everything he says or she says. It means you have somebody that you feel who has life experience and who has that inner peace. So you want to learn from that person. And my advice in that is, you take what works for you. Because one of the things my mentor was telling me was to sit down every morning for 2 hours and meditate. Well, that was one of the things I did not do. But today, he's very happy because he sees who I am today, what I'm doing, and I told him that it was in a big part thanks to his patience with me. For 10 years he was my mentor, and when we started I was not even aware that he was mentoring me, and it was very much in my head, not in my heart. So I know he had a lot of patience, and I'm a stubborn person, so, and smart, so that makes, so that combination is very good combination to stay in here and not to go down there. So, just try it. Just sit down early in the morning. Get up earlier. And if you need your hours of sleep, go to sleep earlier. Stop wasting your time in the evening watching some stupid videos on YouTube about people dropping from stairs, or people doing stupid pranks, like dressing up like some Arab with his long dress and then having a backpack and then throwing it in front of the people, or scream Allahu Akbar and run away. Yeah. No, stop doing that. Stop even watching these series that are all about death and criminality and stuff. There's a lot of inspirational stuff online. I watch it too. I don't know all the names of all the people, but there are a few good people out there. So look for them and see with whom you resonate. And you may not resonate with somebody today, but tomorrow you may resonate with him. I had that with a guy channeling Bashar, 2012, 2013. I could not stand the voice. Today I can listen to it and it just makes sense. I like it. And there is Kyle guy, I don't know his last name. He has been inspiring me a lot. And funny thing is, he says things, or he started doing things that I also want to do or have been doing, and I'm like, So my first reaction was like, hey, he stole my idea. And I was like, no, it's not stealing an idea. Ideas that come from deep within, they are there in the universe. And when we connect to the heart, then we connect to the universe. So you see that, for example, in the bond between a mother and a child. The mother can feel what's going on with the child, because the mother is in the heart when it comes to the child, not in the mind. And people say, oh, it's telepathy, blah, 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 blah. Try to scientific it. No, it's not science, it's something else. It's not physical, it's emotional, it's energetic. And yeah. So, of course, you can have a great idea, and other people will have that same great idea, or very similar great idea. That's okay, because there's so much to do, and there is enough space for everyone to do what he really wants to do. So if you see other people having the same idea as you, just accept it. You can learn from them. You can see what kind of mistakes they make. You can see how they do certain things that resonate with you, and how certain things don't resonate. And then you do it in your own way. And all these ideas come up when you take a moment. And you can take this moment when sitting in the bus, or in the train, or in the airplane, looking out of the window, and things start to move. Things start to happen. You start to feel things. Ideas come and go. Some ideas keep coming back. So examine them. Maybe it's your soul telling you what you need to do. And happiness is a great feeling. Especially when you don't need to have anything to be happy. You don't need a diamond on your finger. You don't need a super expensive dress. You don't need all those things. You just need your inner peace and accepting yourself for who you are. Write that one down. Looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great day.